Okay, you've seen these mini excavators for sale everywhere. And if you're like me, the first question you're going to ask is it really worth buying one, or should I just rent it for the project I have to do? Well, by the end of this video, we're going to answer that question, and you're going to know exactly what you need to do. Hi everybody, it's Jeff with the Excavator channel, and today I am here at my local rental yard. And as you can see, we got the typical rental equipment, but today I'm talking about this excavator right here, because if you rent this excavator right here, it's going to cost you $240 a day plus $160 for pickup and delivery. So that's $400 for the first day, and after 20 days of renting, you could have just bought one. So the question today is, do you rent or do you buy? You know, when you own the machine, time's on your side. I don't have to worry about the weather. I don't have to worry about a project that I can get half done today and do another half tomorrow. I run out of materials and I have to wait on those. I don't care. Other than having to buy this thing and store it somewhere, and that's one consideration you have to make, where are you going to put it? It is kind of big, but if you can figure that out, I think buying is kind of a no-brainer. So when it comes to renting, here's what they don't tell you. The clock is ticking as soon as you get it to your house. So you might want to rush those projects. The weather might screw you. Just because you picked this weekend to rent your machine and they deliver it, doesn't mean weather's going to cooperate. And it could pour the whole weekend. And the other thing is, if you don't get done what you thought you were going to get done, your costs may go up as you have to rent it a few extra days. Because remember, you're on their schedule. And if something goes wrong, you're still paying. Here's something nobody tells you about owning one of these machines. You think you're buying it for the 3 projects that you had planned. But what happens is, now that you have one of these machines and you see its capabilities, you start to realize that your yard is now a canvas to be acted upon. And you're going to start thinking about projects you never thought about before. That bed that you want to put in with retaining walls. The stairways you want to put in on the hill. But here's the thing. The truth of the matter is, if you're only going to use it for one weekend, for one little project, just rent the thing. But if you're like me and you want a little more time to concentrate on your products, you might want to consider getting your own. So let's talk about the cost of buying one. Well, you're going to have to pay up front for the unit, obviously. You're going to have to spend some time doing those modifications that you might need to do to these machines, like add an oil filter, an oil cooler, and any other upgrades that you want to do on the machine. And then you're going to have to count on a few extra costs for maintenance. I threw in $500 just to cover you for the first season. But there's one thing that people forget about. At the end of this thing's useful life, or at least the useful life for you when you're out of your projects, you can just go ahead and sell it, and it still has value. Now, for the sake of this video, I threw in $2,500. That number can vary, but you get the point. This thing is always going to be worth something as long as it digs a hole. Okay, now let's look at the cost of renting versus buying. So to rent the machine, it's $240 per day, and then there's a pickup and drop-off fee of $160. To buy the machine, and I'm using my machine as an example, you may not pay this much for your machine, and you may decide not to put this many modifications into your machine. But this is the example I'm using. $4,000 for the purchase, $1,000 in modifications, and then I threw in $500 in ongoing maintenance for the machine. If I decided to just go ahead and sell the machine at the end of my projects, that means that I would, and I'm throwing in $2,500 as a sale price, that would give me a cost to own that machine of $3,000 for that time period. That means I would have had to have used the machine more than 12 days to make it worth buying. Now, if I decided to keep the machine because I love it so much, then I need to have about 22 days or more of work to do for that machine in order to justify buying the machine and keeping it versus renting. So I'm going to take you around my yard and show you some of the projects I came up with that I would have never dreamed of doing unless I had this unit. The very first project I'll be undertaking this year is putting drainage in through my yard all the way up through here and running it all the way back to the lake, because it is so wet in here in the spring. This is a belly right here, but now that I have machines, I can easily put a trench in. I'm also putting another pad in front of my equipment shed here so that my skid steer can come in and get its implements off and not rip up any yard. So this is going to be a hardscape right here. So here's a project I did last year. I put this wash pad in so I could clean my equipment off when I came into the barn. I really wouldn't have considered doing this if I didn't have the machinery to do it. But once I did that, I realized, hey, I can put a little bed over here and I can put a retaining wall. I use my machines, specifically my micro excavator, to put in this retaining wall over here around my patio. I put in a retaining wall on each end too. Things aren't really set up for summer yet, but you get the idea. I put in this walkway. By the way, it isn't finished yet, but I put in this walkway down to the greenhouse that I built. Over here, I've decided to take this hillside and transform it totally. So this project will be posted this year because I am going to do it this year, but I am planning on a stone staircase then coming down this hill and numerous beds for plantings that will lead to my lower deck. And hey, I like these excavators so much, I bought 2 of them. I still have spec here, which I absolutely love and I'm not going to sell. So this has specific uses that you'll see all summer long because of how tiny it is. I can get it into such small spaces. So I'll be using spec along with my big excavator in order to get all of these projects done that we just talked about. So the numbers are the numbers. The math is easy. If you use this machine 9 times and then sell it, you have broken even versus renting. If you use this machine 20 times, you can keep it because it just paid for itself. So the bottom line is you have to ask yourself, am I slightly mechanically inclined? Do I have a place to keep one? And can I find enough projects to make it worth its while? I think the answer is probably yes if you live on a small residential property. I only have 2.5 acres here, and I have plenty of uses for this excavator. But if your answer is, you know what, I don't have either of those things, and I think I just need it for a weekend project, then renting is obviously your best bet. You're going to put a little money out, but if you don't need the excavator after that, it doesn't make any sense to own one. So if you're on the fence, think it through, and just go out and buy one. So in summary, the rent versus buy argument is one that only you can make. The pros for renting, lower initial costs, and you only pay when you use it. The cons, those time limits and deadlines that we spoke about. Costs add up fast if it's sitting on your property not being used, and there's nothing to show after. The buying, the pros, use it anytime, and there's absolutely no rush. And you built in equity for a future resale should you decide you no longer need the unit. The cons, higher upfront costs and ongoing maintenance, plus you need a place to store it. So if you're on the fence on whether you should purchase versus buy, there's just a few simple questions you need to ask yourself. Number 1, do I mind working on a machine? These are going to need a little bit of work. It's not that hard, but they are going to. Number 2, do you have the space to keep it? You can see the machine's kind of big, so you're going to need some space to put it in. And number 3, do you have enough projects to make it worth your while? So you saw from the math, it takes 9 times using this machine before you sell it to make yourself break even versus renting. And if you're going to buy the machine and keep it, then you need to use it 20 times to make it worth its while. However, I will tell you, ever since purchasing this machine, I didn't know how often I'd use it. I find projects everywhere in my yard now. I see future projects for me to do. My neighbors are asking me to come and help them with projects. So I'm getting a lot of use out of these machines, and I haven't regretted one time buying it. Heck, I have 2 of them. So you know I don't regret buying it. So if you like this channel, please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content I'm putting out. This particular machine is an H15R. I purchased it and spent the winter putting modifications on it to get it ready for this season. And that video will be shown right here at the end of this video. So just click on it and watch the entire series. So until next time, this is Jeff with the Jeffscavator channel. And are you digging or are you filling?